So, Preston, you hit me up just now. We just finished the live stream, 2 hours ago? And
Yeah.
you hit me up on Facebook to tell me about your theory regarding the latest House of the Dragon episode. Is the theory here that showrunner Ryan Condal, watches your videos?
I don't know if Ryan Condal himself, but it's pretty clear that someone in the writer's room or something got wind of Lemongate, and included a little reference to Lemongate as a nod to the fans. It's I would say the evidence of them knowing about Lemongate is overwhelming. The question is, did it come from a Preston video? Probably. I didn't invent Lemongate. I'm not the first person to notice.
I always thought you did. I'm not even blowing smoke up your ass. I always thought that was because you're the creator of so many of these theories. I always thought this was just one of them.
No, I'm not the first person to notice the lemon thing, and people have been talking about it for a long. Fans here and there have been talking about it for a long time, but it never got any attention until I started being the town crier about it and being like, whoa, guys, the lemon tree doesn't make sense. The lemon tree doesn't make sense. And I've been doing a lot of, videos on that. And so I did Daenerys and the Page of Lies, which is more than just the lemon tree, but many things. Lemon Tree is an entire episode of Daenerys and the Page of Lies, which is an 8-episode theory video series I did. Daenerys and Page of Lies came out essentially between their principal casting and when they actually started shooting. So essentially the entire writing of the scripts and all of the planning, that was going on. So Lemongate was probably again in the fan zeitgeist stronger than probably at any other time, unless maybe I'm trying to think of my Dreams of a Red Door video came out. That was maybe then, but certainly Lemongate was being broadcast from my channel during the time in which they're actually planning and writing the show, which is early 2021 and late 2020 is when the Page of Lies series is going on. So yeah, again, I'm not taking credit for being the person that noticed that lemon trees don't grow on Bravos. I wasn't the first one. I read somebody's comments years and years and years, probably 8 or 9 years ago, of somebody being like, isn't it weird that there's that Daenerys sees a lemon tree and there's aren't trees? And, I think I even read first that there were no trees in Bravos. It might have, and I even remember, I have a memory, it might be a fake memory, of somebody of a post coming pre-Dance of Dragons mentioning it, but I may be mistaken. I may have because I've never been able to find that message again, that post again. But nonetheless, fans were talking about this. Not many, because it was a very kind of minute niche thing, and most fans were just talking about R plus L equals J over and over and over again. But yeah, I part of a big part of my channel was being the town crier for Lemongate. We have Lemongate T-shirts and things like that.
Your actual official merch for people who don't know is a fucking T-shirt with a lemon on it. In fact, and the reason I know, other than you telling me, is people would send me pictures to send to you because you don't check your email of them in a lemon shirt.
People say, "Look, I'm a Preston fan," and then it's just a Lemongate T-shirt, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, it's
let's go into what we're talking about. And
okay,
because I did not notice this, but people brought it up in the stream. Did you notice it initially in episode 5, or?
I noticed. So there's something that's subtle, and then there's something that's more obvious, and I didn't notice the obvious thing. I guess it's a subtle. There's an obvious thing that they're talking about that is a subtle implication, and then there's a subtle thing in the back that's an obvious implication. Does that make sense? So
kinda.
What happens is, they're in at around the 12-minute mark of the HBO House of the Dragon episode. Alicent Hightower is in the Godswood, and Laurie Strong starts talking about a flower that's growing there called a mulvales. What's also rather funny is that a mulvales is also a subtropical tropical plant that would never grow in Bravos. but he's like, native to Bravos, but somehow it's growing here and it has no rights to. Nature is a mystery. And of course, he's referring to Alicent being not native of King's Landing, but thriving there. Like, that's his implication in the scene. But it's also very funny that he's talking about a plant from Bravos. I mean, the fact that it's from Bravos is clearly like, we're talking about the lemon tree because lemons don't grow in Bravos. And yet Daenerys remembers a lemon tree and she supposedly grew up in Bravos. And so what's wrong with Daenerys' memory? Is the House of the Red Door not in Bravos? There's all these insane ideas about, was there a greenhouse and stuff like this. I took it as, maybe that's just like a cute little lampshade. Maybe, I was on the maybe front, and then some fans in my stream pointed out, no, dude, there's lemon trees on the mural behind him. And I was like, really? Oh, fuck. Like, the whole mural behind him has, like, lemon trees on it.
I don't know,
like,
man. This kind of reminds me of that one episode of Half in the Bag where Mike and Rich thought that the producers and showrunners of Picard were making a reference to them when Girardi says someone tries to get a date with her and she says, yeah, I don't know, I'm half in the bag already. And they thought that was a reference to them. Did you watch that?
I did see that one. I do remember that. But
I don't know.
I mean, come on. He's talking about Bravos. First of all, to have a scene where he's talking about Bravos and there being lemon trees in the background by itself.
I'm honestly surprised there's a lemon, like there's a mural of a lemon tree in the background and not another fucking orgy, because the orgy ones are all over the place.
Right. All of the frickin' murals have been orgies at this point. We see one goddamn mural that's not an orgy and it's lemon trees. And so he's got lemon trees behind him and he's talking about a plant from Bravos that shouldn't grow here, but is growing here. It being the exact same situation as Bravos, a plant that should not grow in Bravos. We're talking about the same city, the same incident, like plants growing in places they're not, and fucking lemon trees on a mural behind him. At some point, you get, no, they definitely found out about Lemongate. Now, do I think Ryan Condal watches my videos? No. What I think happened is that, they have a big writer's room. One of the writers is like checking out fan theories, checking out videos. He sees it. He thinks this is he then goes down a rabbit hole and realizes that like lots of people are talking about Lemongate. And then realizes it's like a fan thing. I don't think he necessarily thinks it's a Preston Jacobs fan thing. I think he stumbled upon somebody talking about the Lemongate conspiracy and wanted to include an Easter egg for the fans. I don't think, the only thing that I'm being, bragocious about is the fact that like, I'm the fucking amplifier of this, of this theory that like, had I not been the amplifier of it, they would have not found it and it would not have the Easter egg in the episode. That's all I'm kind of claiming is that, like I said, I'm not claiming that I was the first to notice it. I'm not claiming
you made it popular.
I was responsible for making it popular, and they noticed it because of my being crazy and howling at the moon, and that they just wanted to like throw in a little lampshade Easter egg to the fans. That's all.
Have you tried hitting up Ryan? Actually, no, I don't even think he has a Twitter, Does he? I don't think he does. I tried looking him up a while ago, and I couldn't find anything. I wonder why that is. I don't think Ryan Condal has a Twitter. But have you tried hitting him up on any of his socials, if he has any, and asking him?
I mean, I guess I could.
You totally should.
Yeah.
Because I would argue Ryan Condal would actually be more of an interesting interview or just a chit-chat discussion than George R.R. Martin. Because at least Ryan Condal could... give you some insights into some of the the Dagger prophecy. Like, is that Did you get that from George, or is that completely made up?
Yeah. No, that'd be interesting stuff. I mean, I think that I think Ryan Condal's in the weeds. I think he knows about a lot of this stuff. I think a lot of the writers are in the weeds. There's some really specific stuff in the show, really specific references that I'm like, well, somebody on that staff really knows their shit here and there. You know, I'm not saying they don't make mistakes, but they really know their lore, and you know they threw in. I would say it's pretty definite that they threw in a little shout out to Lemongate as a fan theory.
Going forward, you're going to be looking out for other theories, aren't you?
Yeah, I know. Now, like I say, I think I also do wonder about the cheese Laris thing. I mean, maybe George told them, or maybe they figured out Laris cheese thing. But I do wonder if that's going to happen. And though even that, it's not like I was that big of a crier on Laris cheese, but I don't know. But Lemongate, I was definitely a fucking crier on. And the fact that like Page of Lies was around that time, I mean, amplifying it, it's just, I don't know, everything kind of points to that.
Around the time they were filming?
So principal photography began in April of 2021. Casting was June of 2020. So that means like all of the writing and everything is happening over the course of like late 2020 and early 2021. And then they start filming in April 2021. Page of Lies was a series that ended March 2021 and was the latter half of 2020. Yeah. So it's the same time period.
Yeah. I will take your word for it. I actually did not notice that. I was more focused on like, you know, the meaning of what he was trying to say. I didn't notice the background at all.
Yeah, I mean it's very subtle. I wouldn't have noticed it had it not been for my fans. So I mean, even on a second viewing, I don't know if I would have noticed it. So good on them.
Good on them.
It was pretty neat, you know. There's the Lemongate. Now it doesn't mean Lemongate confirmed. It means they recognize that there's a Lemongate theory. Here is a nod to it. Ha ha, fans. Like that's what they're saying. They're not saying anything more than that. But anyway, it was a neat little thing in the episode.